from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
My kids are always telling me to get off my phone. I actually had a ticket, and I am very distracted with my phone, but I think that they educate the kids better these days.
$100. That's the fine if you're pulled over for texting and driving in North Dakota. Thanks for joining us. Mike and Steph are off. In Fargo, you might see the blue and red lights in your rear view mirror more often now than in past months as the police look to crack down on cell phone use and distracted driving. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric looks into why it's such a problem and how you can keep your eyes on the road.
Texting and driving is against the law. Most everyone knows that.
I think if they educate them and kind of scare them a little bit, I think that'll help.
I think it's just have to be self-conscious, shut your phone off when you drive or put it in your pocket and don't look at it until you're stopped.
Both Burns and Kelly admitted to me that they use their phone while driving. They know it's illegal too. So how effective are campaigns like the Distracted Driving Blitz launched today by Fargo PD?
$100 fine, you have 14 days to pay it or 14 days to contest in court. Do you have any questions?
1, 2, 3, and that's only in 1 hour.
At red lights, especially, a lot of times people will look up, down, back at the light. They look at their phone.
I spent time beating the streets with officers, and they had issued nearly a dozen citations by mid-afternoon. It's education through enforcement.
A lot of them say, they don't know that you can't text while you're at a red light, or they can't use their mobile device to read an email, or there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand.
So you're getting behind the wheel of your car, and you're concerned about distracted driving. Your best bet? Put your phone down, or simply go hands-free.
A lot of cell phones today have the option to have voice control. So you can talk to Siri, you can talk to Google Now, you can talk to Cortana, depending on whether you have an iPhone, an Android, or a Windows phone.
And Schott says that's important to keeping your focus in front of you on the road. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Authorities in Clay County are ramping up distracted driving efforts too, starting next week. Expect more officers looking to crack down. Well, I hear there could be rain and possible snow moving through parts of the valley. Let's head over to Lisa Green to see what the rest of the night will look like. Lisa?
Thank you, Robert. Yeah, our chances for rain increasing through the evening hours tonight. There are a couple of places already reporting rain in the far southern valley. I-29, Victor, South Dakota. You could see there's some raindrops showing up here on the DOT camera in that area. That's spreading its way northeastward a little bit. So Otter Tail County down toward Wheaton and again the Hankinson area. That's where we may be seeing some raindrops right now. Rather not likely not seeing raindrops along that I-29 or I-94 corridor rather, where we're seeing those raindrops popping up on the radar because it's still a little dry there. 45 degrees in Fargo, 43 in Grand Forks. And through the evening hours tonight, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies. Again, a couple of sprinkles in the southern valley, but our best chance for precipitation will be late tonight and into the day tomorrow. I'll have full details on that coming up in just a few moments.
All right. Thanks, Lisa. The Detroit Lakes Police Department is asking for your help. They're searching for this individual involved in a burglary at the Minnesota State Community and Technical College. It happened early this morning. If you have any information, you're asked to call the number on your screen. Grand Forks police say they believe they have identified all of the parties involved in an assault in Grand Forks last week. Detectives are still actively working to determine all the facts in the case that sent Adam Dahl to the hospital. Information obtained through eyewitness photos and videos of the incident have helped police. Now, if you have any videos or pictures, contact the Grand Forks Police Department. An autopsy on a University of North Dakota student is now complete, but no official word yet on the cause of death. 22-year-old Alex Davis of West St. Paul, Minnesota, was found unresponsive at his rental home near campus on Saturday. Emergency crews began CPR, and he was rushed to Altru, where he was pronounced dead. Police say foul play is not suspected. However, they haven't released any details of the autopsy yet. A neighbor says there wasn't any big party at the home before the incident.
Alex, pretty nice guy?
From what I saw, yeah, I didn't know him very well, obviously, but everyone I've talked to said that he was really nice. And
okay, all right. Any idea what happened the other night?
No, I haven't really heard yet.
Okay. Was there a party over there that night before?
I don't think so.
Tests regarding possible drug or alcohol use can sometimes take weeks to process. The court hearing for a man shot by police after a high-speed chase in Grand Forks was canceled today. Bond for David Elliott was set at $5,000 over the weekend. He posted it and is now free on bail. Elliott is charged with 2 counts of felony reckless endangerment and 1 misdemeanor count of fleeing a police officer. A preliminary hearing date for the 41-year-old has not been set. Fargo's new City Hall project could be pushed back a year. Commissioner Dave Pepcorn, an outspoken critic of the cost of the proposed building, says he's been trying to slow the project down. And he says there looks to be at least some sense that may be a good idea. Pepcorn, Mayor Mahoney, and city staff, including Administrator Pat Zavrol, took up the building project this afternoon. Bids for the new building came in about $3 million over budget. That forced the building committee and city leaders to take a look at redesign and what else can be done to cut costs. At the least, a temporary delay in the process is likely until after the special election later this month. Members of the North Dakota House and Senate are calling for the governor to issue an executive order after a bill outlawing employment discrimination based on sexual orientation failed last week. Today, Governor Dalrymple sent a memo to all cabinet members reminding them to hire based on ability and performance, adding that it is the administration's policy not to discriminate based on sexual preference. He also said that state lawmakers missed an opportunity to protect gays and lesbians from discrimination when they failed to pass the measure for the 3rd time in 6 years. No one will be prosecuted following a State Crime Bureau investigation into potential election tampering in the Maple Valley, North Dakota School District. State's Attorney Carl Martinek says there was no direct evidence that election tampering actually took place at one of the polling sites. The $10 million bond issue failed by only 10 votes. When President Obama announced an historic lifting of some travel and trade bans to Cuba, some lawmakers viewed this as a golden opportunity to expand agriculture trade to the country. Others want to wait until Cuba changes its human rights policy before doing business. Senator Heidi Heitkamp actually visited Cuba to see the trade opportunities for herself. She says it's time to fully lift the embargo. She says this could boost the American economy with a whole new trading partner. But Senator John Hoeven is not in favor of opening up more trade relations until Cuba changes its ways.
They need to, make some substantial changes in terms of human rights, political prisoners, free speech, all those kinds of things before we're normalizing diplomatic relations.
Ag products have been among the few goods allowed to be traded with Cuba, but with very limited products such as corn, chicken, and soy, congressional approval is needed to fully lift the embargo. A 10-year-old Fargo girl is showing her family and friends that just one kind thought can really make a difference. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop has this exclusive story that will make your heart smile.
After raising more than $18 from a lemonade stand, 10-year-old Lauren Vanyo knew she wanted to donate the money to Sanford's Children's Hospital.
Well, because I thought they could use it for more things than I could.
Lauren's father, Doug, was surprised to hear what she wanted to do.
I was so proud, just floored me. Didn't know what to think, and I thought, well, what a way to make a difference of getting the word out there and challenging all of our friends and family.
So Lauren's family and friends matched her amount, and she was able to raise $600. The money Lauren raised will help the hospital purchase more toys for their playrooms. Although Lauren has never needed the hospital's services, she was able to see where the money went. Lauren met 3-year-old Grayson, who's fighting leukemia. Grayson is staying in the hospital and plays in the playroom often. Lauren says she hopes other kids can consider doing the same.
Maybe that they should do it too, because it's really nice, and I think we can make a difference by doing this.
In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Sanford Children's Hospital currently has 20 kids staying there. Later on Valley News Live at 6 o'clock, we'll tell you how you can take part in National Public Health Week and maybe win a prize.
And rain already pushing into parts of the Southern Valley. I'll let you know how this will impact us over the next 24 hours right after this.